What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name's Christian and welcome to SeaWorld Productions. Jordan Peele is producing a remake on one of my favorite horror films by Wes Craven, The People Under the Stairs. What the fuck? Now, when I read this article this morning, I was like, there's no way. This can't be true. No way. Why would they need to remake a masterpiece of good cinema? Because I do consider The People Under the Stairs to be a masterpiece. I absolutely love and adore every single aspect of that film. I grew up watching that movie. I just watched that movie 3 times last week because that's how much I love it. It is so entertaining. I wouldn't even call it a horror movie. It's more of like a suspense thriller. You know what I'm saying? You got the whole brother and sister of the household, you know what I mean, doing weird shit, in the ghetto, taking people's houses from them, and you have them stealing children, raising them as their own, and if something's wrong with them, they're cutting tongues off, cutting ears and eyes, and they throw you underneath the cellar if you're no good to them. What the hell? Just the whole storyline and the plot and, the whole nuance of that film is just crazy when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? You have 3 people who try to break in to that house because there is gold coins in that house, and they got all the money from the ghetto in that particular house. And it just goes downhill from there. And I will have to say this, Vin Rames in that movie is hilarious. He reminds me of my older brother, John. It is so funny. I love his character so much, especially that one particular scene. I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys are hardcore fans like me, when him and Fool are walking up the staircase, right? And all of a sudden, that door, not that time clock goes off, and it scares him. Legit, he stopped and he's like that scene right there makes me laugh all the time. Like I said, I absolutely love and adore this movie. So when I first heard the news about a remake, I was like, no, absolutely not. Why would they attempt this? I love Jordan Peele's work. I love Get Out. I love Us. He's a phenomenal artist. Can't wait to see what's his next movie he's going to be directing, because he won't be directing this movie unless something changes. He's only going to be a producer. I don't even know if he's going to be a writer on this film. Now, with the lead being predominantly black, I feel like Jordan Peele should take an authority and be like, hey, I'm going to write this from the black experience. That's the way I see it. Now, like I said, when I first thought about this, I was like, this is a bad idea. This should not happen at all. And then I was like, wait a minute. This particular movie can really relate to a lot of people. Everybody kind of grew up in that, that neighborhood, or, we don't walk past that house. That house is scary. Even my own self, growing up in my own neighborhood, there's this one particular house where we never walked by it because we always called this lady the witch. We always thought she had like some kind of curse she put on us. So it's so much relatable to children. So it's kind of a generational movie when you really put it down to it. And I can see them kind of capitalizing off that and kind of making it modernizing it, because it's a new take. I don't know how much of it's going to be like the original, but it's a new take. But it's going to be hard to top the original, because the original was so good. The tone, the casting, just everything about that original film, I loved. The cast was phenomenal as well. You had Brandon Quentin Adams along with Vin Rames, and you had Everett McGill. Like, it's legit. I enjoyed everything about that movie. Like, it was so creepy to know that, there's a bunch of freaking, damn near adults and teenagers down underneath the staircase who only see darkness and, eat whatever leftovers from, the brother and sister give them from actual humans, because they're cannibal. It's all cannibalism. They eat people. It's going to be so crazy. And, casting wise, like, who's going to play Fool? Like, that's a legit, Brandon did a fantastic job, man. He held his own in that entire movie. He was giving it to that motherfucker in his whole gimp suit. Like, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Collider reported this. So it looks like it's official. It's at Universal. I have faith in Jordan Peele. I have faith in him. I do. It's just, I have such a deep love for that original movie. I'm going to crush this movie if it's anything less than what I like. And that's not my fault. because some particular movies shouldn't ever be remade. The Exorcist. I did that one video how it was a bad idea that they were actually going to be remaking that film. Terrible idea. Some films just shouldn't be touched. Now I get it. It's a new take. What if it's not a remake? It's a completely different story. Then don't call it The People Under the Stairs. Get what I'm saying? But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Like I said, I wasn't on board at first, but I kind of am now. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, let me think about it. They could really modernize it and make this a lot scarier than the original one, because the original one to me wasn't scary at all. It wasn't. Like I said, I grew up watching the movie. You know, I was creeped out as a kid, but when I grew up, you know, a lot of scenes were funny to me, you know, especially the scenes with Brandon, and it was just, it's hilarious. But I'm curious to see, like I said, what's going to happen with this remake of this movie. Like I said, Jordan Peele should be writing, should be directing this movie. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you're involved with this movie, I definitely think that he should be the one to helm and direct this particular movie. I mean, he's directing Candyman as well. Candyman looks fantastic. It's a direct sequel from the original Candyman movie. From what we've seen in the trailers, looks great. Anything involved with Jordan Peele, I think we're in good hands. So I'll leave it at that. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, this particular new take from The People Under the Stairs at Universal. Please, comments, thoughts, opinions, post them down below. Let's talk about this, you guys. And have you guys actually even seen this movie? Post your comments down below. And thank you for taking time in your day for watching CO Productions. Peace.
We out.